Hey guys, how have you all been? Hope you guys are doing extremely well. Welcome back to yet another video on the AI series where we are learning all the concepts of AI using movie examples. And in this video, we are going to understand the self-attention mechanism using classroom gossip and taking the example of the movie The Social Network. This movie was around the development of Facebook, of how Mark Zuckerberg built Facebook and what are the challenges he faced. So yeah, without any further delay, let's get into the computer screen and let's start with the video. So, self-attention mechanism. Consider if you are a college student, you might have been in the situation, you would be in a room full of people, right? And when there are hundreds of people or 30, 40 people talking in a classroom, you would not listen to all the ones, right? You would only listen to the people where you get some value, where you are thinking like, okay, this particular thing has a good impact on me, or this is important to me. This is how the same way attention mechanism works. So in a room full of people, you don't listen to everyone equally. You focus on the people who matter the most. That's exactly how the self-attention mechanism works. And as we see here, not all connections are equal, right? Some people have more influence. So take up this analogy of the classroom gossip where there are five people: Mark, Eduardo, Sean, Erica, and Tyler. Mark is someone who starts the information, who creates a post. Eduardo is a close friend, he listens a lot. Sean is a good friend, he listens sometimes. Erica knows Mark, but she's not very interested. Tyler hardly cares and almost has no reaction. So take up this example now. Let's say Mark posts something on Facebook. Everyone in the class sees it but pays different level of attention. Take up a real life example. Your friend posts something on Instagram and you are a close friend to him or her. You would pay close attention, right? You would be like, okay, this photo is good. Where have you been? You would like comment, share, put up on a story, XYZ. But if there is a person who you are not interested but posts a photo, you would not show much interest, right? So that's how the self-attention mechanism works. Whenever Mark has posted something on FaceMesh, everyone in the class sees it but pays different attention. And as you see, there are some different numbers. Here we have attention weighted zero point 0.9, then we have zero point 0.6, then zero point 0.2, and then 0.05. So we can say the attention weights equals the importance scores. The higher the weight that we have here, the more is the importance and more is the influence. Lower the weight we have is the less importance and less influence. The model focuses more on what matters the most. Okay. Next, let's understand how the self-attention mechanism actually works step by step. First thing that happens here is we have the input tokens. Here in this example, we have the post. Marks write a post. So we say, I am going to launch a new website. First thing that happens, each word is converted into a token. So all the words are separated and taken into consideration to convert them into token. Once they are converted into tokens, next step is every other token looks at all the other tokens. Each word decides how much attention they have to give to every other word. In this particular graph, you see there are different colors of blue shades, right? And we have X and Y axis with the tokens to understand how much attention each token is giving to the other one. And the lightest color represents the lowest attention and the darkest one represents the highest attention. And you see the attention goes into the word launch, going, new, and website. So these are the attention words or most important words that the LLM or the model is trying to get. Next, once we get the attention of the words, meaning which words are important, we give it the weights to the words. Some words are more important for understanding the meaning. In this entire sentence, if we see the number of weights that we have here, the word with the most weight is the most focused word here. So I am going to launch a new website. The most weighted word here is launch, which has a weight of 0.30. This is the word which is the most important to get the meaning. Once we get the meaning, we build a context using the weighted information. The model combines all the tokens but gives most important to the high weighted tokens. As we see here, these are the words that we have, but the most weighted token here is launch. because this creates a better understanding of the post. Okay, once the context is built, we give it the output. The model understands the intent of the post, saying like, okay, Mark wants to launch a new website because it paid more attention to the important words. The most important word here was launch. Okay, so this is how the self-attention mechanism works step by step. And there are some couple of things as a developer or as an engineer we need to remember is that self-attention mechanism lets the model focus on what's relevant. Not all tokens are treated equally. Importance is calculated dynamically using the attention weights, and which helps the model understand the context better. Okay. So in simple words, we can say, just like in a classroom gossip where you listen more to some people and less to others, AI pays more attention to the important words and less to the unimportant ones. And then there is one key takeaway that we see here is attention mechanism means smart selective listening. It's not about listening to everything, but it's about focusing on what matters. So this is how the mechanism of self-attention works in the world of AI. And this is how we explained it using the example of the social network. Yeah, this was the example of how self-attention mechanism works. Let me know in the comment section of how did you like it. If you like the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.